Welcome to another episode of the Ringside Hour with Nilo and Mo and the master of the ones and twos.
DJ Hill.
Ooh, that was nice.
Yeah.
You like I threw you off there, Mo, with the flippity flop.
Yeah, I was like, man, well, I'm Dominican now. Like, wow. Switched up quick.
Right.
Oh man, Dominican, that's cute. All
I
right.
know, right?
I don't look Dominican, but all right. Welcome everyone to the Ringside Hour. We have a very, very, very special episode today. Catched us last week. You already know what's going on today. You saw it on Facebook, Twitter, as well as Instagram. If you follow Mr. Maurice, you already know what's up. Very, very special guest. But before we get into that, we want to make sure that everybody follows us at the Ringside Hour, #TRH, like and subscribe on YouTube, as well as on Facebook. Everywhere we are, all over social media. Episode number 9, DJ Q and Mo.
Yeah.
We made it to
9.
We did not get canceled.
We ain't got canceled. Yes.
We proved our theory last week that we did not get canceled, so we're good. We kind of get it right now, but we'll figure it out. But,
Doing good.
Mo, what do we got going on today?
Oh, man. As you said, we have a special guest ringside with us. He's been making his name known throughout the independent circuits and the big leagues of AEW.
Yes.
We have joining us today, Fearless Musa.
Woo.
My name is Salik. I wrestle under the name Fearless Musa, and I'm a Muslim professional wrestler.
There's moments where you know, like, okay, he's got something here, and that's why I think now is the time for him to go out there, get his name out there.
Before I spit this.
Oh, got a little technical difficulty. There we go.
Got him.
We got him. Welcome to the Ringside Hour. We are very excited to have you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
We are phenomenal. We've been excited. The anticipation's building for a full week to get you on the show. Really, really happy you joined us. As you just heard, it's the 9th episode. We're still kind of a little baby that's maturing in this podcast game. So to get someone like you on here is huge for us as we're just starting out. So I'll kick it over to Mo. He's going to be a little bit of our MC on this podcast to get us started. So Mo, over to you.
I'm in charge now. Okay.
Kind of loosely. I don't want to give you all the power because last time we got canceled, so I don't want to do that.
Well, man, of course. Thank you again. Pretty much what Nilo said. It's a pleasure having you on here. It's a funny story how I came to actually get to know Musa or be able to make this happen. So we share a mutual friend, Justin. Yes. And funny thing about that is now Justin, he's familiar with wrestling, but he doesn't stay up to date with what's going on. So he happened to be over my house one day and he was playing Grand Theft Auto. I don't know if you remember this, Musa. He's playing Grand Theft Auto on my I think it was either PlayStation or the Xbox. And he was like, oh yeah, my friend's gonna get on live or whatever. I think he told you to get on whatever. So you guys are playing, and then he just happened to mention like, oh yeah, he's a wrestler. He's on AEW. And
so casual. No, like, oh, by the way, Mo, you should know this. Yeah, he wrestles.
He's like, oh, he wrestles. He's on AEW and all that. While he's asking you to meet him in the lobby or to go on a mission or something like that. I'm like, so I'm just sitting there like, and you're just now telling me this? Dude, we need to get him on.
Yeah.
So I had to make this happen. Man, it's a pleasure with getting you on here. So we want to know everything. Thank you. So we want to get to know more about you. Let's start with the humble beginnings of your childhood and growing up. You're from Rockford or from Chicago or?
I was born in Chicago, Hyde Park, and I was pretty much raised in Rockford.
Okay.
Pretty much all my life. So I'm from Rockford. So, yeah, definitely. I started watching wrestling when I was around my grandfather a lot, and my grandfather, his name was Musa. Um, his name was Musa, so that's where I kind of get the name from.
Okay.
That's where I get the name from. So I grew up watching wrestling with him, and like leaving school and going straight to his house. We lived like right across the street from each other, and yeah, watching some old wrestling tapes that he had. He gave me like this huge like box full of tapes of wrestling tapes and everything, and I used to like go straight home either to his house or just to the house and watch all these tapes and stuff like that. So
You guys remember when you could rent these things called VHSs?
oh yeah, yeah,
Remember we
yeah.
used to go to Family Video and we
Good
get those old school wrestling VHSs to watch.
Good blockbuster Hollywood
Or
video.
Hollywood Video and all that as well.
Hey, so Musa, what was the we talked about this during I think our first or second podcast, but for you, what was the one thing that pulled you into wrestling? Like, what was the match or the wrestler or the event that really pulled you in?
That really pulled me in. I would have to say the one match that really caught my attention, like it happened a little bit. I watched wrestling, but like I didn't like fully appreciate it until I seen the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels match.
Mm.
That was like, oh, this
Yes.
this is like like I've always watched it and just I've loved it, but like watching that match, I was like, yo, this is magic.
Is that the Hell in the Cell?
No, the match they had at 25.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
was just like, wow, like just blown away. I was like, this is the greatest match I've ever seen. So, but yeah, just watching wrestling and with my grandfather and everything like that. Just like I cherish those memories,
Yeah.
because he's not here now. So like every time I bring him up, I kind of get emotional. So but yeah, that's just the beginning, like that. His name is Musa. His name was Bobby Washe, but his Muslim name was Musa, so we refer to him as Musa. So.
Okay. Now, as a kid, and of course, with watching wrestling, did you used to practice or do any of the moves with your friends, or?
Oh yeah,
Ready?
Justin. Oh, yo, son, ask Justin. Ask Justin. Justin. We have a friend called named Cassidy Freeman. And yeah, it was us three at Justin's house, like back when we was all like in 6th grade, and Justin had this huge mattress in his basement, and we would just have wrestling matches and really hurt each other. Like
Did you all do all the moves on Justin? I would.
yeah, we had like triple threat matches, and yeah, like till this day, I'd be like, "Yo, Justin, I never lost, right? I won all these matches."
I think he mentioned something about how you would not tap out. Like,
No,
you
yes,
refuse to tap.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like he he just gave up. He's like, I can't. He's just like, yo, man, I'm gonna have to like, you know what I'm saying, like break your arm or break your leg, and so like I'm not even gonna do it. So like, yeah, it was fun.
What was your go-to move then?
My go-to move.
What was your go-to move then when you and Justin and everybody was wrestling? Because everybody had the signatures, and we wait to hit the stunner on one another, or we're going for a rock bottom or a toe slam. Or what was the move for you then?
The crossface.
Okay.
Yep. Or the yes lock, depending on which generation, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, yep, that's why I used to put that mother on tight.
I know the crossface. I had flashbacks of that move being put on me. So
I think we talked about it. We did the moves. Those were our signature moves. You went for submission, so that's a little cold blooded.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Or stuff like that. You went right for the submission. All right, cool.
no mercy. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, and then we used to go to. Oh my God, when we used to go to school, ask Justin, man. We used to go to school. We all had band. We all had band. Justin, he played saxophone. Cassidy played trombone. I played trumpet. Oh, we used to just run into class and do wrestling moves on each other. It's crazy, man.
Wait, while in
chose,
class?
yeah. Like first thing we run in class, like yo, I choke slam Cassidy on the table, and yeah, some crazy stuff.
Dang.
Like, Justin's already starting to fight back. I should have broke his arms.
No, I know. I'm telling you, man. Yeah. I mean, we used to record him too. We used to record him. Yeah.
We need those. We need those tapes.
Absolutely.
Justin, where they at, man? I know you're watching. Where they at? I need to see these.
We definitely need that. So you mentioned Undertaker. Seeing the Undertaker versus Shawn Michael match was really gravitated you into really wanting to get into the business. Other than Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, did you have any other wrestlers that inspired you, or who were your favorites?
I like Goldberg. My favorite wrestlers are Goldberg, Undertaker, AJ Styles, Ricochet, Ospreay. Yeah, just to name a few. Yeah, those are my favorite wrestlers right now.
Okay. So when you saw that match, walk us through, how do you just start? I don't even know, how do you get your foot in the door? What goes to your mind and you decide to do in order to make it happen that you're going to join the industry of professional wrestling?
So, how old was I? So pretty much, I was just at a point where I graduated and I was just working, and I was just working just a regular warehouse job, and I was fine with it. I was okay, but to me, I was watching NXT at the time, though. I wasn't watching the Taker and Shawn Michaels match, but I was watching NXT, and I was just like, man, I'm watching it, and I'm just telling myself, why can't I can do this? I'm watching it, and I'm like, I should pursue this. I literally told myself. In fact, it was the match against Apollo Crews and if one of you guys remember his opponent when he debuted for NXT, it was Apollo Crews against Ty Dillinger.
Oh,
yeah.
And that and I was just like for me watching it, because I knew a little bit about Apollo Crews before he made his debut, and I was like, him being so excited of just being there, if you watch that till today, he was just like, wow, he turned around, he's like, man, look, all these people, and he got up and he was just like excited just to be there, and I was just like, man,
that has to be. Yeah. I want that.
That's what that was the moment. I was like, man, I'm watching this. I can do that. I know I can.
What did you do? After that.
I looked for a wrestling school. I Googled everything, how to get, to wrestling and all these different type of things. But then I was like, okay, I have to go to school. So I tried out a school out in Chicago, and then I tried out a school out in Woodstock, Illinois.
Okay.
And
but
I was only there. What was that?
You remember the name of the school?
Yeah, it was Chicago Style Wrestling.
Okay.
And but I was only there for probably only a month, and I moved to a different school, PPW, out in Woodstock, and I was there for a little bit. After that, moved to Louisville, and then I went to OVW. And OVW, I'm sure you guys all know, is like used to be the development school for WWE.
Right.
So I found myself being. I was there for about a year, and I went through the beginners course with
Mhm.
Matt Capitelli. Matt Capitelli, he passed away. Yep, there you go, right there. That was my beginners coach. Um, and after that, I had advanced on to the advanced uh, part of OVW with Rip Rogers, and
So let's talk about that real quick. Let's back it up. When you first got into training, walk us
Mhm.
through that first bump, because you hear when everyone becomes a wrestler and they're going out for that. It's that realization when you take that first bump,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, what did I get myself into?
yeah. I said you guys are crazy. Like, and then watching it, I was like, ain't no way. Like, ain't no way. And I was like, I looked at it completely different because I was like, okay, first bump, and the first bump was terrible,
Mhm.
terrible form, terrible everything. It was just real bad, back hurting and everything. It was really, really bad.
Did you get to a point
Um,
where you wanted to give up and
no,
head back home?
no, no. I just thought you had to be crazy enough to do it, and I was like,
Yeah.
I
So you
think I
knew
can.
you knew the next day when you left from that ring, you were coming back.
Oh yeah. I knew I was gonna come back. I was like, it's just crazy though. But I was like, when I say I'm gonna do something, I swear, like I do it. Like and no matter where I went, like even going to Louisville, and even when I moved out here, I was like, I gotta find a wrestling school.
Mhm.
So um, so once I moved from Louisville, because I was there for about a year, I had came down here to Atlanta, and I was just like, I have to find a wrestling school,
Mhm.
and I had went to by then I only knew about like uh, two schools, and there's the one with AR Fox, and
Air
there was
Fox.
another one. Is yeah, but the one that really caught my attention and the one that I'm like most proud of right now because of all of his accomplishments is the Nightmare Factory. It's known as the Nightmare Factory now, but it was known as the Power Factory when I first got there. That's the school that I joined with QT Marshall as my coach, and yeah, and it
Was it a
has so much.
challenge? Was it a challenge to get into the Nightmare Factory? Because I mean, the notoriety behind it. That's ran by Cody Rhodes, correct?
Well, now it is. Now
Okay.
it is. With QT Marshall, QT Marshall and Cody Rhodes are in charge of the school.
Okay.
But when I first went, it was a small school, um, and that's why I'm really proud I was there. Like really at the beginning, because that's when like QT Marshall was just moving out to Atlanta and was trying to get a school started up and everything. So I was one of his first students at the school.
Mhm.
And this is before everything started blowing up just recently. So
How did you gel with with like your fellow like mates in the same boat that you were in, like coming into that new setting to get together? Like how was that experience?
as far as like
Yeah, with
as
like
far
when
as
you moved to when you were at the new school, how was that
yeah.
like? Because I mean everybody comes in with the same like you said, you had that same drive, like what's stopping me? I'm gonna do this. And I'm pretty sure, your fellow mates felt the same way
So it's
too.
like
Yeah.
So how was
like a
it,
competition.
gelling, working
Oh
with
yeah.
everybody? How
Yeah,
was that?
yeah.
Oh yeah. Everybody was always trying to one up each other. One up each other. Some people are help each other and everything like that. It's all a competition. Like we all want the same thing, and we all really try to like one up each other. But still help each other out.
Good.
So yeah, definitely is being there. Like I never I always just focused on myself.
Right.
Honestly, I always just focused on myself and just like I wanted to get things like perfect,
Mhm.
like, and I wanted to work on like the basics and work on flippy stuff and stuff like that.
I
you
love
know what I'm
that
saying?
that go getter attitude that you have. From when you decided that this is what you was going to do, you took that step. You moved from Rockford. You went to Kentucky, and then you went over down to Georgia. So with making these, I mean, these are huge decisions. I mean, did you have any connections? Did you know anyone, or did you just pack up and be like, "Hey, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna make it work and figure it out once I get down there"?
So no, no. I mean, like uh I have family members out here. Like
Okay.
I have two family members out here, but like no, like I just moved. I just moved. Like, like because I knew what I wanted to do, so I
Mhm.
just, like I mean, I wasn't planning on like moving to Atlanta like in the end. I wasn't. Like I moved to Louisville, and
Mhm.
then and I was like I seen a nightmare. I seen at the time it wasn't a nightmare factory, but I seen the Power Factor before um I had moved to Atlanta, and I was like, yo, I want to, cause it looked like the place for me to be. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like once I moved to Georgia, I was also like I was in a relationship too, so like we wanted to move to Georgia, but
Mhm.
still like trying to find a school before I moved and everything like that. I already did my research. And then going there and everything, like, yeah, like um I just knew like seeing that school, I was like, okay, yeah, that's definitely gonna be the school I'll be going to.
How long
So
were you? Oh, sorry. Go for it.
no, so I want to ask you about these. We got a couple pictures on here for of you in some training schools. Where was this one at?
That's okay. That's Larry D. That's Larry D. School. Larry D. is a good friend of mine. He wrestles for Impact, and yeah, that was last year. And if you look closely, I have this tape around my hand because I had damn near almost broke my fingers doing a shooting star press and landing on my head. Well, no, I mean, I braced my fall, so like as I landed, I was just like, you
So
know.
I've always been curious of the shooting star press because to me that is the most dangerous, and if you can master that, you're elevated. You see Brock Lesnar, right, when he took that one at WrestleMania and completely just almost broke his damn neck doing it. What goes into doing that move for yourself?
Well, he told you he's
Um,
crazy, so
it, oh yeah, no, well yeah, Brock at his height and weight right now, I'm nervous to doing it now.
mhm.
Um, I'm nervous to doing it now because I've gained weight. I've gained weight. I'm about like probably like 20 pounds heavier than when I first did it. So I'm nervous of doing it now. But what goes into actually doing it is you have to be like you have to just you have to just do it. Like I'm not the most like beautiful flippy type of guy ever. Like my flip, like some things I do can be a little bit like, you know, polished up a little bit, right? But like when I first did it, like I told QT, I was like, I'm gonna try the shooting star press today, and he was like, okay.
So
Like,
you sure you don't want to
okay.
try like an elbow drop maybe first? Like
Well,
Warm
so
up to
he,
that.
so I, so like I already, I like for my style of wrestling or like the things I can do. I don't want to be limited to
okay,
something. Like I want to learn everything. Like you have to know the basics first. You have to know, you have to know how to grapple and chain wrestle and all these basic things first. Um, but perfect those things first. And I also wanted to learn how to do like moonsaults off the top rope handstand, Pele kicks, and I also like anything Ricochet and Osprey. I always like trying to do it. So, but yeah, no, so yeah, when you, my mind of just doing it, I was just like, okay, if I jump as high as I can, because I had the crash pad. So I jumped and then I just did a back bump. I jumped forward and then did a back bump. And I was like, okay, so all I have to do is just flip. It's just flip.
Oh,
Yeah.
just that.
That's
All I have to do is just flip. All I have to, because like to me, I was like, okay, if I jump as high as I can, let me see how long I stay in the air for. And while I do the back bump. And I'm like, I'm up there for a second. All I have to do is flip. I have like a good what feels like a couple of seconds.
You do a couple moves. So in terms of the people you follow, like Ricochet and all them, you do a lot of the moves from the top rope. Did you take any type of like gymnastic classes or anything like that to get your body to be able to do that, or you just kind of went for it?
No, I just went for it. Yeah, no, I swear to God, no, I just went for it. It would have been so much better if I did gymnastics. Way better. I would have been way if I, but no, yeah, it's risky, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of these moves, some people would say are not needed, you know, because might be too flippy or anything like that. But I like it, you know, it's an art and it's the way like I like to tell my story, you know, my recent story.
And I think when it comes to when you're mentioning the moves, the move set that you created for yourself, you mentioned the Pele kick. Now there's I don't even know what you call it. It's a handspring where you bounce off of the ropes like a handspring, and then you turn it into like a Pele kick, but it's like a roundhouse wheel kick. What do you call that? How did you come up with that? Because I've never seen it before.
I didn't. That's an Osprey move.
Oh,
I didn't.
okay.
It's an Osprey move. I seen him do that so many times, and I was like, oh, just, I want to, learn how to do it. And doing the handspring, everything is like it's risky because like any move that you do is risky. Like you have to practice, and that's what I did. And being in the handstand when I first tried to do it, it was already uncomfortable to me. So I just kept practicing it. And I think, I sent some videos to like Justin too. It was like, like, yo, check this out. Let me know how this looks.
Yeah.
And so like, So just with any move that like I do, I just practice it and everything like that. But yeah, that's definitely an Osprey move.
Now,
That's awesome. We got another one here. Where's this one from?
That's OVW. That's when I was in advanced group. Man, oh man, I forgot all about this picture. Yeah, so
we did our research.
that's me right. Yeah, that's me up there in the ring.
Yep.
Look all sweaty up in there. Yeah. I think we had some people from Canada who came in who just from students from some another school in Canada.
Is this one from OVW as well?
Yeah, that's from OVW as well, and that's our beginner. That's our beginner picture. So that was like the first group picture I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, a lot of these guys look super young, so we were wondering where the timeline was on that. But my bad, Mo. I cut you off a little bit. You're gonna ask something.
Yeah, you did.
Oh no, that's it. I mean, that was the first picture. That was in my beginners class. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you mentioned you were in the beginners class, so you start off there, and then you progress to the advanced class. How long were you in training before you was able to get into your first match?
I was in training for 3 months. 3 months, and then we had this beginners showcase, and for about 3 months. So it was fun. I mean, like I enjoyed it, and training cardio, jogging outside, and things like that, and grappling like for like 30 minutes before we even like train. Sometimes like um, squats, a lot of squats, body squats and stuff like. Yeah, yeah, I enjoyed it. So we did that for about 3 months. Uh-oh. Hello? You guys
Oh,
still there?
I think he's getting a call.
Oh.
So
There.
my nephew Idris, he's calling me. We talk about wrestling every single day, and so he was just calling me. I told him about the podcast, so
Nice.
he probably is trying to figure out about it, or see
Calling
how
you,
he can.
hey, Unc, you know you're on a podcast right now.
Staying the theme of kind of how you came up in the indies. I know you from what we know about you, your faith is really important to you, and you see it influenced with your career. So if you can tell us a little bit about that, how that came to be, how you came up with your character, as you see where even your gear shows that. If you could tell us a little bit about that.
How I came up uh with my gear first. Okay. So for a while, that's not how I looked all the time. I wish it started. I wish it started off. I wish it started off like that. Yeah, that's the first. Well, no, that's the second one. I wish it
Oh,
started off like that. But I wore Let's see if you got this picture. I wore like a mask.
boom. We're on it. We're on it.
Yo, yeah. That's for my first match.
Oh,
That's for
really? Oh,
my first
nice.
match. Yeah, yeah, that's for my first match. And I know yeah, I wore that mask for a second. I was trying to be this ninja guy and stuff like that. I mean, I was brand new, and I was trying to be this ninja guy and stuff like that, and you know, uh, and I remember QT telling me like, we gotta get you some gear. I got professional gear because it didn't look professional or anything like that. But so I ended up getting QT actually helped me make my gear.
Oh, nice.
Um, and he sketched it out and everything like that, and we pitched ideas and everything of what we wanted, to be on it and stuff like that. So um, I was like, well, what if my name in Arabic was like, Musa? Here you go calling me again.
Hey, Unc,
I
are
need
you watching? Unc, are you
I
watching this
might,
podcast?
yeah, I might just text him in a second and be like, I'm on a pod. I can't switch over, but
Yeah.
no, so yeah, I pitched on as far as like, okay, my name being in Arabic on the side of my trunks,
Mhm.
my tights, and then on the other side it says fearless on the other side in Arabic too. So, and then the flap that has like my little logo with the M and the F, um, and I also have another logo that looks like I kept like the whole ninja
Like
like
theme or something. Yeah.
theme too. So like I have a logo that I have on my shirt that
Mhm.
if you look, it looks like a ninja face,
Ah,
but it has
Nice.
okay.
like an M and it has an F on it. So so
That's
yeah.
That's awesome. And I know you mentioned a couple growing up, right? You saw, and it's we talked about this on the podcast a couple of weeks ago, where when you come in as an international type of a character, whether and mostly it's when you come in as a Muslim type of a wrestler, you're automatically put as a heel, right?
Yeah.
And trying to get over that stigma where you don't have to be the heel. And you mentioned you had some fans asking you, well, because of your gear and because you're Muslim, you must be a heel character, but you've tried to change that perspective. How has that been coming in the industry and trying to change it nowadays, where thankfully a lot better? But
Yeah.
what did you go through coming up in the indies with that?
Yeah, it's way better now. So yeah, I had a kafaya scarf on, and that's the the Arabian scarf, or people call it. But I had the scarf over it, and like I had not only just a couple of friends, but a couple of other wrestlers like, oh yeah, you're a bad guy, like and I was like, no. And other people heard it too, and they was like, that's not cool,
Right.
So, so like, but that's like installed in their head, like Muhammad Hassan, the character. Like, I couldn't, I couldn't stand that character. Like, like watching it as a youngling. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, like, I mean, he was never um, outwardly portrayed as like a Muslim or anything like that. But come on
But you
now,
knew.
like to
You
me, I
knew.
was, yeah. I'm like, come on now, like this is embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, that's not me. That's not how I want to be represented or anything like that. They didn't have to say what he was supposed to be. Like we
Mhm.
can all see what y'all trying to portray this dude to be.
Right.
So, so
And I
yeah,
think and I think that's how why you actually you stand out in the industry, because you really don't see a lot of Muslim wrestlers in the industry, as far as like being out there, like putting their faith on the forefront in their character, and
mhm.
as well as a black Muslim wrestler as well.
Exactly.
So I think
Yeah,
that's something that really stands out with you.
Very authentic.
Hmm.
yeah. So there's actually a few Muslim wrestlers right now. Um, there's Mustafa Ali,
From Chicago. Yep.
From Chicago, yeah.
yeah, from Chicago. And I know this brother. His name is Cam Carter.
Hmm.
Um, he's in North Carolina. Um, yeah, and there's a lot overseas, like in Malaysia. I was trying to get over there and wrestle with them. Like I'm in contact with a couple of them over there. So I'm like, yo, like, yo, like, let's hook up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me.
Have you
Um,
thought about going out to? I don't even know how you would even do it, but go out to Japan and wrestle out there, or
I would love it. I would absolutely love it. Absolutely. I would love to just travel and
Hmm.
just. I really want to see. I really want to just be around like different types of cultures and everything, and like just know that we all have like wrestling in common. That's a cool thing. Just learn from those different type of cultures, and everything.
sure. So, obviously the you were in AEW, had a good run there. I want to talk about a specific match that we watched, and it was looked like it was pretty brutal. Your match with Wardlow on Dynamite. Talk to us about that match.
Yeah, I need to know, how did that come about? Everything.
We've been waiting on this one, man. Because I said for you to put yourself through that one, I need to know where you were at mentally before that match and during that match.
Well, for starters, let me say this. Um, Warlord is a cool dude. He's a cool guy, man. He's
Mhm.
a cool guy, and I enjoy talking to him backstage and everything like that. And even afterwards, after it happened, he was like, "Oh my god, like, I'm sorry, like yo, like what happened?" Like what I'm saying, he's a cool dude, man. So but no, I mean, like yeah, is a move that he was thinking about doing, and he told me about it and stuff like that. Um, the crazy part is what like okay, so if you watch it, I'm like actually I'm hanging from the second turnbuckle, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Originally, originally, yo, son, I was supposed to be hanging from the top turnbuckle, hanging down. You know how high it is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so we're talking about it, and I'm like, okay, so what I'm saying, like you let go, and I just like go like that or whatever like that, um, um, and like where you be hitting, like it's not gonna be like in the chest, it's gonna be like right here, you know, I'll just cover my face, right? So we pitched it. He pitched it to QT, and QT was like, "How is he gonna land?" And we're like, you know, knees in my face, right? And he's like, he's like, how about we, how about we change this a little bit? Yeah. How about he just do it from the second row? So, but yeah, it was cool though. I mean, like, it looked brutal, which is good. I mean, but yeah, like it caught me, and I didn't turn, in time. I just, because like it just, and it just happened, So I mean, y'all seen it, so it was
Yeah.
it wasn't that bad though. As soon as it happened, like he Warlow, like I tell you, he's a cool guy, man. He was just like, yo, like, are you okay? You okay? We went to go see the doc. He came with me and everything. So he's a cool dude. So
he's
like,
a beast,
yeah.
Yeah. But you know what, Musa? I will say that match actually got a lot of attention. And I don't know if you're aware, but you have fans from that match. And there's a video that I found that there was this young lady. She actually was rooting for you throughout the entire match. I don't know if you saw. Let me play you a little bit of that. Yeah, hold on.
He's like, really?
Yeah, really. Yeah. And you can hear the cheers. Musa being from the crowd. So hold on. Here we go.
Into the corner. Oh my God, Musa. That's got hurt. Uppercut. Let them uppercut. Yo, stop cheering. It's a beast. He don't need to be cheered for it. He just let's cheer for Musa, please. Let's go, Musa. Musa.
Yeah, let's go, Musa.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, yo, I gotta get out of this.
I like doing commentary.
Just one punch. Boom.
There we go.
Yeah. Slapped you right in the mouth. In the mouth. Oh.
Oh.
Whoa.
There it is.
Nice.
Oh, so you knocked him down. You knocked him down. He got up quick, but you got him down.
Hey.
How do they fall? Oh gosh. Yeah. They ain't no give.
Oh no.
Wardlow's on the other end with his shoulder. They ain't no give. No. Anybody else?
No. Fatality.
Oh gosh.
Oh my God.
Oh, I can't. Yo, can you just end it now? Come on. Taking down the straps. Musa, I'm still rooting for you, Musa. I am rooting for you, Musa. You got to counter this. You got it. Ouch. Yep.
She said, ouch.
And this already 1, 2.
All right.
Yo, that is crazy, man.
I'm gonna shoot you the link. I'm gonna shoot you that link so that way you can always have that and maybe even reach out to her.
Yo, my cheeks are like hurting right now. Yo, smiling,
Musa, when you watch that clip, like just thinking back at that night having that match, like to have that support behind you, regardless if it's not going the way that you would want it to necessarily go. Like, does you still feel like I'm doing it? Like, you still have that drive and still that go and that go mentality. Like, I'm doing this. I'm doing something that I love.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm meant to do. Like, how does that make you feel after like watching that? Because we see your face. Like, it's definitely like you see. It's stunning. Like, does that still feel like it does something for you still?
Oh, absolutely. I know, like, because I know when COVID happened, everybody, like, there were people that were signed to contract to AEW who couldn't fly. So like I was just there at the right time, and my coach, who was the producer, you know, obviously I've been around him for the last couple of years, and he knew what I can do, and he gave me the time to be on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I absolutely like watching it. You know what I'm saying? Lose or win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I still had the opportunity to be on there, and it was the opportunity of a lifetime because you have people who wrestling for years, may not ever have the opportunity to be on there, but like you know, I was very fortunate and I was very blessed. So yeah, I mean, win or lose, like I still like watching it. I'm just like, man, like I did that, like you know,
Mhm. And
and I'm always gonna be blessed for that.
Awesome, man.
and one thing to think about as well, just touching
Wait, hold
base
on,
on
hold on.
that. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I can't hear you guys. Oh no, what happened? What
Did
happened? What happened?
can you hear? Did your headphones go out?
Hold on.
Yeah, you got a little quiet there at one more point.
It
I
did
can't hear you
got a
guys.
little lower, but it came
While he
back.
does that, Mo, you want to credit that video?
Yes. Young lady on YouTube. Cheers for Musa. Can you hear us now, Musa? You told me to credit the video, Nilo. That's what I did.
That's where it came from. Not just that.
Oh,
Girl in video plays
Right,
Musa.
we gotta get Musa all together.
It's all good. It's
Can
live. It's
you
live.
can you hear us at all?
No, he'll let us know when.
okay.
But no, well, it's live. When you're live, things happen. It's all good.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
that's the joy of being live.
The beauty of live.
Yeah.
Hey, Mo, Musa, can you hear us? We're still with the audio.
I know you guys are saying. Well, hold on a second.
Yeah, we hear you just fine.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
I'll show my message.
Cool. This is when we have sponsors. This is when the sponsorship would go
Yeah,
through.
this is when we would play like a cue or give like a read the the
You know what?
sponsorship.
Q, this would be the perfect time for that remix of this. This would be the ideal time for that.
We do need to get that remix going on. For
Oh,
sure.
man.
It's okay. It's okay. Welcome to the ringside, baby. It's real over here. Let's get.
This episode of the Ringside Hour is brought to you by.
I don't know. We get who, let's talk about that for a second while we get Musa. Who would you want as our sponsor?
Oh, Taco Bell.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I should have known these.
Out of everything, you choose Taco Bell.
That's his go-to.
Free chalupas and Fiesta cheesy Fiesta potatoes.
I thought you were going to go for the pills.
The what?
Guys, Musa's going to log off and come back in, so we'll be Musa in just a sec. But I'm sorry, that's something you wanted, Mo, in the starter, wasn't it? You wanted those pills.
What are we talking about?
Sponsor.
Nah, let's keep it PG. Let's not go there.
Right, this is live.
Yeah, because that's a
Live.
Is that what happened after you finished eating Taco Bell?
That's you after Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. Yeah.
We need to change that whole picture.
Oh man.
We got anybody in the comments? What's everybody? How's everybody enjoying it so far?
I think at the end when we have a little bit of time, we'll do a shoot fire kind of a Q&A from what our chats, because we have a lot of questions here for him.
Good.
But
trying to get I'm texting right now and see if get him back on.
Oh,
all right. Oh, someone's in the green room.
All right.
Waiting to come back in. Go ahead and put
Coming
him
to the ring.
Welcome back.
I don't know. I think because so I think what happened is because someone tried calling me, so it kind of like messed up.
Okay.
No worries, no worries. We keep it rolling. We're live. We're good.
Gotcha.
The other thing, big thing in AEW that we want to talk to you about, and we want to know the story, how it came about, how you were selected to do this, how was it, the scene with Mike Tyson. How did that come about with Jericho in the ring, a bunch of legends? How did that come about?
So okay, I'm sitting ringside as a fan, because they did this thing to where like for a while. Yep, right, yep. Right before that picture. I mean, no. Right after I took that picture. Cameraman came up to me. He was like, "Hey, Dean Malenko wants to speak to you." Like,
Wow.
speak to me. I'm like, okay. So I walked backstage, and I'm looking, and then Chris Jericho's like, "Hey, Musa, come here." And I'm like, "Okay, what's going on? What's up?" So and he's like, "Okay, so we're gonna have you and Graham be Tyson's entourage." And I'm like, "Oh snap!" Like, okay, all right, okay, cool. So I'm already like geeked now, like, and he's like, I want you guys to come out. He's telling me like the whole thing. He's like, we're gonna be looking for the bubbly, and then like you guys can come out, drinking it and everything like that. I was like, oh, okay, all right, okay, I'm feeling this. So like I'm already like geeked, and at the same time, I was nervous. I was so nervous to where I kept asking Jericho, "What are we doing?"
The pressure. Let's unpack that for a moment. You just had Dean Malenko request you. You have Chris Jericho. Telling you like, "Hey, this is what we're gonna do," and you're about to be in the entourage of Iron Mike Tyson. Like, come on, dude. You mentioned before, people years and years in the game don't even get one of those opportunities.
And you're sitting right next to all these stars.
Yo, I was so nervous. And I knew what was happening. It's just I wanted to get everything like you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta understand, like you had Tyson and the rest of his crew and these guys, like I'm like, you want me to walk all of them out? Like he's like, yeah, like guide them to the ring, and like, tell them like, I'm like, man,
we have a clip for you. We have a clip of that actually. Yeah, let's we have clips. Roll the tape.
Roll the tape. Get it, Mo.
Who drank the bubbly? Could it be?
Yeah, there I go. Holding the bubbly right there.
Tyson and his posse. Mike Tyson has arrived! Henry. Look at this Iron Mike Tyson answering the call of Le Champion Chris Jericho. Who do you recognize their Excalibur besides Mike? Mike Tyson has got some heavy. He's got Henry Cejudo next to him. And Peter Belt.
I don't even know where Grim is at, man. Yeah, there you go, right there.
I want to turn your heads, folks.
At the same time, I don't know if you guys know that Sammy Guevara is pretty much talking trash, which looks like to Musa, and Musa is still just you're not even paying Sammy any attention.
Yo, I'm sorry. I'm in a ring with legends. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a ring with
you didn't even have time to prepare for this.
I didn't have the whole day to think like this stuff was gonna happen. It literally was like, get Musa and get Graham, and so they can be a part of this. And like I'm just like, yo, I'm so blessed and grateful to be a part of that. Cause like when I was like, I'm telling you, I was like, I kept asking Chris Jericho, I'm like, okay, you want us here? You want us to do this and do this? He was like, everything's gonna be fine. I was, man, like I gotta walk all these people out. I'm like, oh man, like and it was also really cool too because we all went into like this private room, and he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna introduce you to Mike," and then we all went into this room, and I can tell they was recording it, so maybe sometime they might like drop some bonus clips or stuff. But yeah, like we went into this private room, and Mike Tyson was there, and with the rest of his rest of the people who came with him, and he was like, Tyson, this is Musa right here. He's gonna be walking you out, and I'm like, oh snap! I'm like, this man, like this dude just like released a video of him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, because
I'm
this is
watching.
right before his fight, right?
Yeah, this is what? This is 2 weeks before, no, 2 weeks after he like released that video. That everybody was like, oh my god, Mike Tyson, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he looked like he hasn't lost anything, right? So like, yeah. So 2 weeks later, I meet him, and I'm like, I was like, how you doing? And that's it, like, and he was like, how you doing? Nice to meet you and everything. Um, but that's not where I took that picture. That picture came after the whole thing because like
Okay.
after us going out and chaos happened, and people was like, people tweeting me like, yo, you with Tyson and everything. I was like, yo. People like, yo, Musa, you was drinking on television. I was like, no.
That was the other part. We're looking at it. I was like, he's not drinking. I know that.
He's not drinking it. He's
Right.
like,
Yo, yeah. Everybody was like, yo, you turning up with Mike Tyson? I was like, yeah, kind of. Yeah, I am turning up with Mike Tyson.
This is what we do.
Right.
Yeah, so
Just another day.
Right.
yeah, I was like, yo, yeah. I'm just hanging out with Tyson. But no, yeah, it was really cool. And so as soon as that happened, because it was chaos, and it was funny because Sammy took my the bubbly, the bottle,
Oh, he did? Oh.
Yeah, he took it. So like
Hold that dog 1 second. Chaos, you say?
Roll the tape.
Roll the tape.
Yo, I had no idea what. I was just like, yo, man, what do I do? I'm holding the bottle. I'm trying to hold this bottle.
Holding the bottle?
Chris Jericho and Iron Mike Tyson fighting the inner circle.
Yo, where am I at?
Hell is a fight in the ring. Look at Hager trying to get him some. Cody trying to restrain Tyson. Damn street warfare here. Jericho struck the first blow.
I think. Where you at?
This has completely broken down.
Where am I?
Chris Jericho in the center of this melee. A lot of combat power in this one.
It looks like everybody was pretty much trying to get out of the madness. Musa is still in there throwing hands.
Yo,
I just want y'all to know.
That's what got you, bro.
Awesome.
Yo, yeah. That's dope, man. And I was trying to hold the bottle in my hand, and then
Right.
Sammy snatched it from me and everything. So yeah, it was crazy. It was fun, man. It was like bubbly was all on the canvas and everything like that. Tables flipped over, people pushing it. I was like, yo, I was just trying to hold on to that bottle. I was trying to hold on to that bottle, man. And then after that whole thing happened, it was really, really cool. So like I was like, man, I just want to like take a picture with him.
Yeah.
And then I was just contemplating. I was like, man, like should I just go and just like ask like, hey. So I just went up to his trailer and I was like, hey, I'm Musa, like you mind if I take a picture with Tyson? And he was like, oh yeah, you one of his entourage guys, yeah, go right up. And I went in there, and that's as soon as he seen me, like he greeted me with the greeting of peace in Arabic, as Assalamu alaikum.
Wow.
That's the first thing he said. That's the first thing. I kid you not. I didn't say anything about.
I was gonna say, did he know?
No, well, Chris Jericho, he introduced me as Musa to him.
Okay.
So he
To
did
him,
there.
he was just like, I'm sure, So as soon as he seen me, like, and he greeted me with salam alaikum. He smiled at me, and I was like, oh, wa alaikum salam. Like, I was like, yo, man. That's the greeting that you say back. And then, like, and I gave him a hug. I was like, yo, I'm happy. Like, I even like came up to at least try to take a picture. And then we took that picture right there. So yeah,
Nice.
really cool.
That's
a great
awesome.
moment.
That is
That's a
huge.
great moment.
So winding down the AEW portion, what was your favorite part of being there? Was it the Mike Tyson thing, or was there something else? Any insider scoops you can give us about working over at AEW?
So it was just me being around so many like people who's very knowledgeable about wrestling, like and setting up matches and everything like that, and just being behind the scenes and just seeing how everything goes. Like I even at one point just stayed next to Gorilla for a second, just
Mm.
just to see them talking like and saying this camera angle, this all these different things. Like you know, the whole time was just a huge like out of body experience because I was like there and I'm around so many knowledgeable people within the business and you know, and around so many talented wrestlers, Kenny Omega, Chris
Mm.
Jericho, all these people who I'm like watching, and I'm there like just around them. I'm talking to them so casual,
Yeah, I
you
was gonna
know.
ask, like, was it easy to approach them, and if you had questions, were they,
Oh
very
yeah,
receptive? Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like, of course, like I didn't want to bother them if I seen it was busy, but of course, like if I seen them sitting down, watching, like we had this monitor,
Hmm.
um, uh, in Jacksonville. There's this monitor. We all just, sit down and watch, like whoever's out there.
Hmm.
If I'm sitting next to somebody or who's not busy or so, like I'll ask them like, hey, how was my match? Like I asked Jericho a couple of times, like,
Nice.
hey, my match, like he said, yeah, so yeah, definitely, don't if they're busy, so I wouldn't bother them. But yeah, just being around them, it was like I'm around like the world's like best wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
so.
And let's also throw out the fact that you've had one of the world's best wrestlers call your matches, Chris Jericho. I mean,
Yeah.
just to hear some of the things and the praise that he gave you throughout your match. I mean, my goodness, Chris
Yeah.
Jericho called his match. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
something you can say. Chris Jericho called my matches.
And also yeah, and also like another person who I was like kind of like still till today, I was like, man, I can't believe his voice is over my matches. Taz.
JR.
Like no, Taz,
Oh,
Taz,
Taz.
because like with Dark,
Another legend.
Yeah.
yeah, he's the voice of Dark. So um,
How
yeah,
was
he
it fighting when you had that tag match in Dark versus SCU, two legends, right, in the game that have been doing this for a long time? How was that match? Getting ready for it, or actually being in the ring with SCU?
So for that match, I had a few things. You know what I'm saying? I actually try to hang in there a little bit with Christopher Daniels, and yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. I mean, like Christopher Daniels has been in the business for a long time, and he's very knowledgeable. Just talking to him backstage, and you know, I got really like I was always like I was still very nervous because I just wanted to just like go out and just make sure like I'm like everything is just good. Like I just want to be perfect at everything.
Yeah.
but like I was comfortable too. Like I'm just like, okay, let me just relax. So yeah, that match, yeah, I actually I really really enjoyed that match because in the beginning I was trying to stay in there with Christopher Daniels. We had that
Yeah.
little sequence and everything like that. So yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. I was teaming up with David Ali.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
David Ali. Yeah, he's one of the independent wrestlers out here in Georgia. It's
You went
cool.
heel. You went heel on that one. When I see, we thought everybody was just a face. We're good, and then I know he comes back and just hammers. I think it was Kazarian right in the back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely.
cool.
Definitely.
So we have a little segment we've prepared for you. What we're going to do is we're going to throw some images on the screen. And what we need from you, Musa, we need some context of what's going on here. Give us a little more context behind these. So the first one, we really need the backstory as to what you were doing here, my friend.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Oh, yo. Oh, man. The zero shirt I got on. Like,
Was this an alternate career you were thinking about, or what do we got going on?
So I was a freshman, I believe. No. I was a sophomore. And yeah, I had the dreads. Well, they were like twisties. But yeah, I was in a band called Dirt.
Ah.
I was in a band called Dirt, yeah. And I ran track, yep. Awesome, yeah. So the previous picture real quick is a picture, yeah, we was all in a band and um yeah, that was the thing. In case you guys don't know or the viewers don't know, like I do play guitar and
Nice.
yeah, I've been playing. I haven't played consistently the last few years, but yeah, I do know how to play guitar very well. And so yeah, I was in a band, and yeah, that was the first band I was ever in.
Nice.
Um, yeah.
What about this one?
Oh, that is possibly one of the like my most memorable days like in my life. I was in Medina, which is in Saudi, and yeah, and being there was just absolutely beautiful. It was just absolutely beautiful, the most beautiful place on the face of the earth to me. And I was there. You know, I
It
mean,
looks beautiful.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Justin and I, you know, inshallah, probably go in the next couple of years or so. You know, we've been talking about it here and there.
That's
So
awesome.
Yeah,
No,
because Medina is one of the holy cities, right?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and I also went to Mecca too.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, yeah, definitely like life changing experience, and it really like changed who I was. Just coming back, I was just like, you know, on this high, you know, like just looking at things, you know, very differently than we think. So definitely a spot like that, you know, the change is life changing.
Yeah.
that's amazing. We'll go to the next one here for you.
What do you have? Oh,
Oh yeah.
okay. So I think it was September 3rd, um, 2000 and 2013. My father, who was on the right side, my brother, who was in the middle, with the little blue thing in his hand, and that's me on the left. He's holding up signs of CM Punk. Actually, this is a, a clip off of the TV. Someone took it of us at Raw, so they had like a full. You know, CM Punk was out there cutting the promo, and we had a CM Punk sign. Yep, and that's it right there. And they they showed us on the screen,
Oh,
and I
nice.
remember I was there. And everyone was like, "We see your sign, we see your sign." So it was yeah, that was dope. That was actually my first Raw I ever been to. So
Are you a big CM Punk fan?
yeah, I love CM Punk.
Let me
Yeah,
let, let me ask you this real quick. Which one of his theme songs do you prefer? The old one or the Cult of Personality? Let's settle this right now.
It's a very, very hard decision because I love Living Color because like they're all black bands. You don't see all black bands.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. And to me, I was just like, yo, when I first heard the song, I didn't know it was an all black band. And when I seen it, I was like, oh my God. And then just watching the video and I was like, yo, these dudes are fire. This song goes hard. So like, what's the name of the other band? It's come on, you guys, help me out. It's what's the name of the other?
What's the name of the band, Nilo?
Kill Switch. Engage.
That song go hard too. That's the original song he came out to. Yeah.
Yes.
So you can play that, but you can't play Code of Personality.
No, because of rights issues, we can't do that. I'm sorry.
Okay. Right. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Q.
Oh.
So
Tuna.
I don't even think it was 20 seconds. It's okay.
Right.
I actually know how to play that song too, so which is actually pretty cool.
So therefore, it's the better one. Thank you, Moose. I appreciate you settling that debate. Moving on.
We're gonna have to talk.
I think if we all heard that, for Cult of Personality, if we just hearing that, it's like hearing the glass break for Steve Austin.
True. Thank you.
And if you hear that, I'm telling you, everybody, like the live audience, just hearing that one time without the music, just like a tease or something like that, people are gonna be like, "What the heck? What was that?"
I was at the Raw when Punk had left the company, and they were teasing about because they was hijacking Raw.
I was there.
And it was the Raw when they first returned back to Chicago, and there was speculation that Punk was going to be there, and when that music of the show, the Allstate Arena went bonkers. I've never heard it that loud before, and Paul Heyman came out. But to your point, Musa, when you hear that, it's like it's something in you. Just that. Oh my goodness,
huge
resonance. Yeah,
and I don't know if you know. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. My story is irrelevant. You're the important one. Go ahead.
So it's like hearing the glass break, and I'm telling you, because I was at that show, and it was like we did not give Stephanie a chance to speak because I think she was out there at one point, and even in the beginning, like when Paul was telling the story about why he left and everything like that, and behind the scenes, all this stuff, like we were just not happy. We hijacked the whole show. Yeah, it was bad. Like, it was crazy. I'm so glad I was there, and it's crazy to know that she was there too. It's just we were not a happy crowd, and they knew that was going to happen.
They knew it.
Agreed. I don't know if you know, but me and Mo are actually pretty good friends with CM Punk.
Yeah, we go way back.
We go way back.
Yeah,
we stalked him low key, but it's all right.
If he ever looks back on this podcast, CM Punk, he's gonna realize that these guys really were stalking me because we kind of were. Yeah.
Oh man, CM Punk, man, that's a dude, man.
For this last one, this isn't a picture of you, but we want to know what your opinion is based off of this picture that you're going to see. So the question is, what moment in wrestling is she watching for the first time with that reaction? What would you say, Musa?
I said Billy and Chuck's wedding. If you guys remember that.
Oh my God.
Peter proposing the Bella.
Oh, I could see that. Okay. I was thinking when Ric Flair is standing there and saying, "Come on," to Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania, and Shawn Michaels goes, "I'm sorry, I love you."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's yeah. But I mean, yeah, definitely. Because that was definitely the storytelling was just like phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Like you know what I'm saying, like him and just saying that. Have you seen that video of them putting the Titanic song over it?
Yes.
Whoever whoever did that has a tremendous amount of humor behind them. This is just yo man. But yeah, I would say probably Cena proposing to was it
Yeah.
Nikki?
No, Nikki Bella. Yeah.
Nikki? Yeah. So yeah, probably. So
That's
I
me
see.
practically every segment.
Well,
I'm
Mo,
always crying.
you cry during the commercials, so that's
I
enough.
do. I
That's right.
do.
As we start to wind down here, Musa, two more questions here for you. First one we want to ask you is, what is your dream match? Who is the one person you would love to get in the ring with?
My dream match would have to be against either the two people, Osprey or Ricochet,
Okay.
That'd be awesome.
because
If we can go back to a legend, any of the former legends, who would it be?
a former legend, it have to be Sting or Taker.
All right.
Yeah, Sting or Taker. I would say Goldberg, but I probably
No,
squash.
it's cool. I mean,
At
no,
least
anybody.
It'd be Wardlow Part 2. It's real.
you know what I'm saying? Like yeah. I mean, I was a fan of Sting and I was a fan of Taker. I was a fan of Sting before I used to watch WCW with my father.
Okay.
So I didn't know too much about WWE until like I was like in second grade. I was like, who's this? Who's this? Why is Booker T? Booker T's on here? You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what was going on. I was like, I know this person, but what is like, SmackDown?
Exactly. And then Musa, for you to get to this point, I mean, you've been able to accomplish so much, and I just feel like the sky's the limit for you, brother. Like this is just the beginning, and we definitely know that you're going to take off even more than what you have. And I know that your grandfather was a big part of that push. How does your family feel about everything right now? Are they very supportive of the ventures and just seeing? I mean, I know they got to be just damn proud to see this. Especially in admiration as a kid, and now we're adults now, and you turn that dream into a reality.
Yeah, I know. A couple of minutes before, I think when we was talking about the pictures that you were showing, older pictures of me, like in the band, my mother texted me, and she was like, "Oh, wait, hold on, let me see exactly," because I know she's still watching it. Quote me right.
That's awesome.
You're fantastic. I love you. So she's watching it. So
Awesome. That's so dope.
Shout out to
Shout
Mom.
out to moms.
Mom.
hey, shout out to mom.
Absolutely.
That's good.
So yeah, my family is very supportive. My mother, my father, I talk to them all the time, and like they always tell me like how proud they are about that
Yeah.
how far I've came and everything. And to be completely like say like if I was to stop like wrestling, like I will be tremendously happy about how far I came, because like oh, that's just me. I feel like if everything was like the end, I'm very proud of how far I came.
Right.
Absolutely.
And you should be. You definitely should be, bro.
And we love it because you're representing Illinois, low key Chicago. So we're really happy to have that Chicago talent out there with Mustafa Ali and everyone else. But so, last thing we want to talk to you about here there's a rumor out there, Moose, and I don't know if you're aware of this rumor, but me, Mo, and Q during COVID, we went to this indie show here in Chicago, and we were enjoying the hell out of it. It was a great show at downtown Chicago, and this guy was out there passing out these flyers, and we're like, oh, cool, for an upcoming show. And we're like, oh, wait, don't we know those people? And the flyer, I'm going to show you the flyer, and I want to know if this is true or not, but supposedly next week, you, my friend, are going to be in the fight pit versus Jay Grays. Is this?
Oh,
yeah. Is this true?
Moose is coming.
Yo, Justin, man. Hey, yo. Okay, man. Who did this, yo? Who did this, man?
Break the news here on the ringside.
Yo, man. Yo,
you're hearing it first right here.
Tune in, yo. Tune in, son. Tune in, Justin. Yo, man. It's gonna be middle school all over again. Yo, you ain't beat me. You ain't beat me yet, and that's how I was gonna say.
You know, Justin was talking a lot of smack. Justin is the one that challenged you to this match.
Yo, hey, wait, did Justin make that? Yo, man, I know Justin has some part in this, man. Cause, yo, I'm getting Cassidy too. Okay, so, yo, that's fire, yo. Hey, man, look, let's make this a thing, son.
Seriously.
Well, yo, man, but no, Justin a black belt though. I can't, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't, you know what I'm saying? No, one day.
Fearless.
So absolutely. One day, it was and I know Justin knows what story I'm about to tell. But one day it was Cassidy and it was Justin and I, and we was just driving in Rockford, and we hadn't seen each other for a while. And for some reason, they was just getting on my back, just cracking jokes on me and everything. So I literally parked the car, and like I'm about to whoop y'all asses right now. So I fought Cassidy first, and Cassidy and I, we actually all got in a fight. We all got into a fight, and what make it like even funnier is that it was snow on the ground. So even at the time, like I was taking martial arts, and like I was kicking, Justin was kicking, snow was going all over the place. It looked like it just looked like art, like, you know what I'm saying, like snow's falling all over the place and everything. So like, yeah, and then like we was hitting each other. I hit Cassie with a crescent kick across his jaw. Justin hit me. Justin hit me in the eye and everything. Like I think, yeah, it was a point where we was like, all right, let's get back in the car. So yeah.
We need to make this match official.
Yo, man.
We'll make it a triple threat with Cassidy in there. So
that's what I was.
Well, we'll have to get Justin and Musa back on the podcast so they can cut promos, with each other.
Oh man,
I want to focus. Yes.
I'm telling you, man, Justin and Cassidy, man. We used to get our wrestling matches back in the day. We used to do way too much, man. I'm like, yo, we're gonna hurt each other.
We're gonna make that happen, Justin. We're gonna have to get you on here so you can cut your promo against Musa. Long as Justin does not try to talk with an accent. Have you heard his accents? You know, he tried to.
I know an accent. I don't know too much about this accent.
They all sound the same, so you're not missing anything.
So I do know about the singing. I grew up listening to that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he, random times he just do. I'm not gonna attempt to do what he, his singing, but like just random times he might just do a little hum, like like all the time. Like you don't have to touch your voice like every 30 seconds.
He's gonna try it. I will.
Accent. Oh wow!
He does it all the time, though. Now I don't know. Maybe now he's really trying to perfect his accents, but they all sound the same. He'd be like, "Hello, mate. Do you want to go grab some?"
Oh, what? Really?
Yes. It'd be like, "Okay, Justin, that's a cool Australian whatever accent." Then next week he'll come back, and then we'll be like, "All right, do a Russian one." He'd be like, "Hello, mate." I'm like, "What?" That's not how Rush. That's not
Right.
Rush.
What the? Oh my god.
So I can
No,
see he's
yeah.
gonna try to do that during a promo.
That's
Yo, yeah. No, that's new to me though. But man, whoever made that poster, y'all crazy, man. Y'all, and look,
It took me a minute, but we got it down. It was for you, Fearless Musa.
yo, man, yo, that's dope on USA, yo.
On the USA Network.
Yo, man, y'all fool for that, man. Y'all are fool for that. I'm like Chicago passing out flyers.
He's like, wait, I'm not in the show. What am I talking about?
Right.
No.
Did I miss something? But oh
And
my
you guys don't know. This is what a fight pit is. So we're gonna have Justin jumping off that.
I said
Oh,
Justin was
yeah.
gonna miss. Like he's just gonna like.
I'm gonna roll out the way. I'm not waiting for Justin to land on me. Hell no.
Musa,
Oh, my
it has been amazing having you on the show. Really appreciate it. We know you're at the gym right now, taking time to talk to us. So we are very thankful.
I've been done.
Oh, so he just lives there. Cool.
Yeah, me too. I've been done with the gym.
It happens. All right. No, thank you so much. We would always love for you to come back here. Anytime you want to hop on our podcast, we'd love to have you. Any new late breaking news you have full supporters here in Chicago. Still, you're home. So we hope to get you back up here at some point. But I'll open it up to you, Musa. What do you got going on? Anything you want to tell the people where they can follow you? Some social media so they can stay in touch.
I'm on all social media platforms. Well, not all. I only have Facebook. Well, I have Facebook, Instagram, and I have Twitter. I know there's like other ones like TikTok. I'm not on none of those, but I am on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And underneath the same name, Fearless Musa, for Instagram and Twitter. On Facebook, it's Musa, and it's my last name, which is Rafikola. So, but I do have a Facebook page for Fearless Musa too. So, yeah. So on all three of those, you can find me on all three of them. Yeah.
Awesome. Please follow him. If you haven't seen, check out his YouTube page. Has some great documentaries. You guys can take a look at what he's done. Google some of his matches. He's been all over AEW on Dynamite, on Dark. There's that clip from Tyson. You can rewatch it. But Musa's definitely out there going to do some amazing things. We thank you as always, and we will have you back to do the promos with Justin. So keep that in mind. But everyone else, please follow us at the Ringside Hour on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Subscribe, hit that notification button. We will be back next Thursday at our regular time of 8 o'clock. So please make sure you tune in. And then, what we're looking for is for that promo from you guys upcoming here with Jay versus Fearless Musa. Mo, you got anything?
I am rooting for Musa on that one. I just want you guys.
Every time I see that picture, man, I'm just like, yo.
I am rooting for you because Musa, you have no idea how many times Justin has kicked me. Yes, this man, I don't know. He's a violent little dude. Like
Justin, bro. Hey, man.
You'll just be like, if you're standing next to Justin and Justin is like bored and has nothing else to do, he will kick you. He'd be practicing his martial arts, but don't practice on me, Justin. Right. You know what, Justin? I have something for you right now. I have Fearless Musa, okay? So next time you try to kick me, I'll kick your ass, but I'm going to use Musa.
Hey, yo, that's a promo right there. It's great.
I'll be your manager. I'll walk to the pit with you.
Oh yeah. Let's we can cut that promo easy on Justin right there. It's crazy. His father actually was my martial arts coach. So,
Nice.
so that tells you how far back we go. We go back pretty
Awesome.
far.
That's what's up.
We look forward to keep talking to you and stay in contact. Fearless Musa, best of luck to you. Hopefully we see you back on AEW. Maybe we'll see you out in New Japan. Maybe we'll see you in WWE. We don't know.
But we're going to see him. That's all that we know. He's going to be on the screens.
Don't forget about the Ringside Hour, though.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Absolutely. This will be my spot to hang out with y'all.
Absolutely.
You're welcome anytime, brother. Anytime.
Catch you guys next week. We are out.
We're out.